What's the word? NBA basketball fans, we are back for another episode of NBA Central After Hours. It's your boy, Big Kev. We got Steve on the building. Couple of guys pop in. Here go Hayes right there. We don't sleep. Got Town Sports Central. We're going to get right into tonight's action. Of course, after the intro.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
Steve O and Hayes, what's the word, gentlemen? How y'all feeling, man?
I'm here.
Alive and well.
That doesn't sound promising. We doing our thing, man.
What up?
Amen. Real quick before we get into the topics for the night, y'all, just around the league, the Magic took care of the Nets 116-101. The Raptors beat the Sixers. The Sixers fall to 0-2, 115-107. Hornets and Hawks win at it 120-125. Victory for the Hawks. 113-101 Cleveland over Pistons. The Knicks bounced back from a horrendous game one to defeat the Pacers 123-98. We definitely gonna talk about that a little bit. Rockets over the Grizzlies 128-108. Chicago Bulls surprised the Bucks at home on the road 133-122. The Warriors, the first team in NBA history to win their first two games by a margin of victory of 35 points or more. 127-86 over the Jazz. The Lakers stunned the Suns 123-116, and the Pelicans and the Trailblazers go down to the wire with the Pelicans coming out on top 105-103. So before we get into like the main topics, I want to talk about that Knicks games, fellas. The Pacers fall 98-123. That's not the whole story here, though. Tyrese Halliburton, all-star, puts up a donut in tonight's NBA games. Is that surprising to you guys tonight?
To a degree. I think when you look at Halliburton, like we've seen the cold shooting nights from him before. He'll work himself out of it, but like it's something about this Pacers team right now to where they're just not clicking. And you would think that with how their season finished and how good they were after the trade and things like that. I don't know if it's like reintroducing Ben Mathurin or something like that. Like this team just so far it's just something that's off with them a little bit. Something that's off with them, but I feel like they'll work it out.
I feel like the direction, they don't know who to follow. Don't Halliburton supposed to be your leader, and you just told me he got 0 points? It seems like they don't know who to follow on this team, bro. That's all it is. They look a little lost to me.
I think Halliburton is they know to follow Halliburton, but the fact and there's something to say, Halliburton only took 8 shots. I got to give Halliburton credit that he realized I ain't got it tonight and stopped shooting, because a lot of point guards would have still shot times night. At some point, he just made the decision. But to me, it's just that it doesn't seem like this team has an identity, and for the team that was so much of a high-powered offense, you think that they would just pick up on the identity they had last year. They haven't. They look like a team. Like you would think through the first 2 games of this season that this was a team that they just brought together this offseason, and they're not. I don't know what it is.
I just wanted to ask you one question, Justin, and I agree with what you just said. Would you allow Zach LaVine? How would you feel if Zach LaVine scores 0 points in the basketball game?
I mean, if it's one game, it happens. Like, I mean, I would be pissed in that game. Yeah. It's not like we haven't seen leading scorers put up a 0 burger before, or low scoring. Like I said, most players would have kept shooting. They would have ended up with like 8 points and like 15 shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie.
I got you think he picked up. Okay.
I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. I think one, you can't ask that question, who the leader, because he's not being the leader. He's supposed to be the leader, but at the end of the day, we understand you as his pass for the point guard. But at this point in this game, as we've seen during the season and as we've seen towards the playoffs, you just got to be more assertive scoring. And we know it's there. We've seen you put 30, 40 on people. That element of there. And there's just times in this game where I just feel like he's not aggressive enough when he needs to be. He needs to be that. He needs to be the number one scorer. He needs to be the number one playmaker. He is that guy. He has that talent. Therefore, that's why they don't have an identity, because they waiting for him to say go. It's like you got a Ferrari engine, but you ain't turned that motherfucker on.
Well, we know last season their Achilles heels, they did not play defense, and they didn't do it again tonight. And that's part of the issue. And And the rest of the league is a copycat league. Not to say that the league is copying Indiana, but most of the league is trying to play fast pace. That's what the Knicks went out and did. They went out and got faster. They taking more threes, so on and so forth. Everybody want to keep up with the Boston Celtics, and that means that the Indiana Pacers are going to be one of those teams that are kind of emulated as well because they shot a lot of threes last season as well. And these teams don't care about what you did last year. It's a new season, and the Knicks showed that to the Indiana Pacers tonight. And unfortunately for Halliburton, he didn't contribute today. And you can't do that. I mean,
That sound crazy.
If you're gonna be the point guard,
their whole starting lineup didn't contribute. When's the last time you saw a whole starting lineup make 13 shots in the game?
that's
Only 13 total shots from the starting lineup.
We could have did that. They could have put us out there to do that.
But I don't want the guy that we about to pay or is paying to have only 8 shots.
Man, this dude is doing the commercials for the insurance companies. He's talking to the crowd and in the start of the games. He's who they chose to lead this franchise in the future.
Yeah, but
it's early though. It's early.
Yeah, it's really early. But let's be clear here. Did y'all see the commercial with Kawhi? Kawhi Leonard has played more basketball in the commercials than he has so far this season.
Bro, every time I see
that commercial of him tipping off with Ant, I'm just like, bro, the fact that you even had the nerve to suit up to go get in this commercial makes me want to smack the holy shit out of you.
That's probably when he got hurt in the commercial.
He got hurt in the. That's crazy.
He got hurt in the goddamn trials at the Olympics. But I don't think it's fair to compare the two because what they're playing, I think, like I've said, like there's elements of last game, even the Olympics, where he was just not aggressive at all. And we know we've seen a turned up Halliburton. We've seen it'd be one thing if it's not in him, if we never seen it before. Once we see it and we seen it actually on a consistent basis, so you just randomly stop to just play make. I understand playmaking is a great thing about it, but you need to score as well.
Hey, listen,
this team needs you to score.
The avalanche that he had behind him when he wished 50 Cent happy birthday, bro.
He was scoring in.
Hey, bro, Tyrese Halliburton to start this season is 6 of 26.
That's not good.
Bro, that man played 20 minutes from the semifinals in the Olympics on, bro.
Hey.
Or did he? Did he play 20 minutes?
Hey.
See, he was dropping a triple-double of mayonnaise when he needs to be in the gym working the fuck out. Like
marshmallows on this
mayonnaise with avocado oil in it.
He deserved this, bro.
With pesto.
He deserved this.
Pesto's fire. We ain't gonna do. We ain't gonna. Pesto's fire.
Like a pesto. You probably.
We ain't gonna sully the good name of pesto, my guy. Like,
yeah, pesto.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Everybody, Dripple's fucking mimosa ass nigga. He like to go to brunch.
Everybody on the panel, but you like pesto.
Yeah, and I like mimosas too. But
this thing can't like anything.
This man just started drinking, bro.
Speaking of so we talked about playmaking. Speaking of playmaking, fellas, tonight the Charlotte Hornets and the Atlanta Hawks got into a shootout. LaMelo Ball put up 34 points and 9 made 3-pointers. And Trae Young, who kind of went under the radar, even though he played really well last season, had 38 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists to improve to 2-0 for the Atlanta Hawks. So my question to you guys is this the season that the Atlanta Hawks make a push toward actually making the playoffs? I think they were a play-in team the last 2 seasons, or are they just going to fall off a cliff and Trae Young can't carry them any further than he has? Don't look
Did you just bring up the Atlanta Hawks making a push to the playoffs?
Hey,
they beat the Hornets.
That's all I'm
talking about Hornets. Trae Young. Can he lead this team to the postseason and not just?
He can't lead himself to the fucking barber. No, he can't lead this team to the fucking postseason.
They've done it before.
They have. They have, and that was before the league figured him out. What? No. Listen, I get it. It's beginning of the season. No, I'm just messing with you. Everything's an overreaction.
Well, no, he got hurt last year. Prior to him getting hurt last year, Trae Young was playing some of the best basketball of his career. That's just my.
And how many games were they winning over the best basketball of his career?
Last year,
they were 500. I think they were still 500 when he was putting up all those numbers.
Last year?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, he was bad.
No, he was killing. Trae Young was killing.
Oh, I think he was bad. Trae Young better than that.
I'm sorry.
Trae Young was good in the sense of
averaging 30 and 10.
But that's the thing. Trae Young is always going to average numbers. Like, so I'm not surprised by him averaging a bunch of assists because, like, even his assists, I've never seen I never used the term empty calorie with assist before, but Trae Young is an empty calorie assist dude.
Oh, I
Okay.
ain't
His
mad. I can't
game,
argue that. Nope,
his
can't argue
entire
that.
game is empty calories. You're
Like
not
it's
gonna
just
win with him.
He's an empty calorie.
It's that simple. It's very difficult to win with a motherfucker that
Kev
can't
don't believe that.
defend and
No,
is a streaky ass shooter, a streaky ass scorer. I'm not even calling him a shooter, a streaky ass scorer, and they have to play a certain dynamic. You need a certain team in order for them to win. And he don't have that team. And quite frankly, I'm not putting all my money towards it for the little munchkin. I'm not doing it.
you say the
Hey,
I
munchkin.
don't care if you everybody can wake up and score 30 in this bitch.
well,
Okay.
what got him to the Eastern Conference Finals though? I ain't even defended him.
The
He
Like,
pick
had a
and
better
roll.
the
team.
depth of that team got him
Yeah,
to the
the
Eastern
pick and
He had
Conference.
roll.
a depth, and he got his coach fired. That was a good
Mhm.
coach.
definitely, it was Woodson, right? Mike Woodson. Am I right?
Was that his
Yeah.
name? I don't think that was that his name.
I don't know if
that
it was
was his
Mike
name.
Was the
Woodson.
coach.
I don't think that was his
But
name.
all I know is tonight they went crazy. Him and Melo, they definitely had a good game. How about Melo? Does he stay healthy this season? Is this the season that we get a full 70
I hope.
games is healthy now for NBA
I
players?
I hope I really
65.
hope so, but his ankles still look like baby gazelle ankles. Like he still got baby emu ankles. Like his legs, like I don't know. Like when it comes to the ball family, you just never know with them. Like you just gotta hope they hold up. As of now, since high school, he hasn't been holding up. So hopefully, I'm loving what I'm seeing from him because he's entertainment and watch. He rapped the shit out of them early today. I don't know if y'all saw that clip where he was having fun with their ass, but
Yeah.
like
He out there hoop.
the game is slowing down to him. He's starting to like really understand the game. Like he actually starting to toy with people. So I hope he figured it out, but who knows if he gonna hold up.
Yeah.
It was Nate
Nick
Nate
Nick
McMillan.
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 Nate
Yeah.
McMillan. There you go.
I feel like
Um,
we should go with his history though. Like he don't deserve the confidence for us to say that he gonna make it through a season. I think every season he played, his ass has been had a significant
Something.
injuries. So he don't deserve any kind of, you
Man,
know what I'm
and
saying,
it ain't the
trust.
shoes, it's them ankles. I'm trying to tell you. He got
It's him. It
baby,
can't be the shoes.
he got baby Impala ankles.
it's all types of four-legged wooded creatures running around in LaMelo's head right now.
Oh
But
my
another
goodness.
game that we wanted to discuss briefly, because we talk about the Chicago Bulls a lot. Obviously, we're Chicago Bulls fans, but they surprised the hell out of me tonight. They came into the season preaching pace. Coach Donovan was saying he wanted the Bulls to play faster and put up more threes, and they did that tonight on the road in Milwaukee against a pretty good Milwaukee team. I mean, I think this Milwaukee team isn't really that great of a team. Like they don't have enough to be a championship contender, but they have been whipping on the Bulls the last couple of seasons. How do you guys feel about what you saw from Kobe White, Zach LaVine, and the Chicago Bulls tonight, putting up what they hit 19 23s today?
Yeah. Yeah, you could. I think this is the way that they want to play. A faster pace, get up threes, shoot a good percentage, get to the foul line. It's either getting to the basket or you shooting a three. You know what I'm saying? They want to modernize the offense. And I think they did a good job, especially Kobe White and Josh Giddey. They were terrific in their game, and also Zach LaVine. A lot of people play well, including Nikola Vucevic, and he played fast too with a nice pace. To be honest, so
That's the
that's
thing I
another.
got to give him credit for.
Yeah,
Vooch adapting to this quick pace offense is in the way that he's doing it, right? So he's not even trying to keep up with everybody. He's basically allowing the point guards to get ahead. And I'm just gonna assume this is intentional. It could just be happenstance, right? We'll be able to tell over more time in the season. But he's letting the point guards go. He's catching up. And what the point guards are doing, or whoever has the ball, they're drawing in the defense. And then by then, here comes Nikola Vucevic, big ass to get in the paint. And at that point, the defense is collapsed. And so, like, it's honestly genius to be able to use a slow-footed player like that in a faster paced offense and for him to
It throws
be,
it off.
it throws it off. And today he hit his threes, right? He didn't. The first game he just stayed his big ass in the paint. He was taking
oh,
threes
bro.
today and hit them. And so when you have that as well, we've seen it before in other offense. If your big man as your trailer does hit the threes, it opens up that offense hugely. And that's why Giddey was able to get more points today. That's why the lane opened up for Zach LaVine. It honestly, I got to say this, and I don't do this a lot, and it makes my skin crawl that I'm about to say this. Billy Donovan's coaching the fuck out this team right
He's
now.
doing a good job.
What? Say that
Hey,
again, bro.
Billy
He's doing a
Donovan
good
is
job.
coaching the fuck out
that's
the
what's
offense
real.
right now, bro.
Hey,
That's
maybe he
what's
got
real.
some
Hey,
maybe he
Drip.
got some new gum or something that he got this season. He
He
got
he switched to spearmint.
Drip. When have you seen Nikola Vucevic get so many open runs in the middle of the lane right in front of the basket?
Since DeMar DeRozan wasn't on his fucking team.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true. That's true.
That's it.
He's
And
getting
also,
so many.
I also think Vooch is playing with confidence. Like Brooke Lopez has owned Nikola Vucevic for the last 3 years, and literally like the first possession that he came up against Brooke, he kept Brooke from where Brooke kept him from scoring, and then after that he was like, all right, bet, stop me again. All right, bet, can you stop me again? And I was just like, all right, Vooch, shout out to you.
Hey,
I kept trying to tell people when it come to Vooch, when it came to Zach, it was an element, and the people thought I was hating, and I'm like, no. When you have such a demand of a DeMar DeRozan, where they know 70% of the time every play is going to this man, you're not gonna play the same way. This looked like Orlando Vooch. Orlando Vooch couldn't exist with a DeMar DeRozan type player because he operates the middle too much. Same reason why now all of a sudden we see Zach LaVine hitting post fades.
Well, we talked about this a lot over on our Bulls channels. The space that DeRozan occupied is also the same space that Vooch needs to occupy. And now he's free to do what he needs to do as a player, and the rest of the players too. The Florida offense is obviously a lot better. We've seen it a lot. But hey, this is NBA Central. Good win.
I got one more thing before we get off of that, because I haven't seen this in the last couple of years either. Did y'all see the way Bobby Portis looked at Jalen? Like, we haven't had nobody that irritated Bobby Portis in a while. And Jalen Smith being as active as what he did. There was after a possession where Jalen tipped up the rebound that Bobby Portis basically had in his hand, and Bobby just looked at him like, you motherfucker. Like, and that just made me smile. That's
Jalen Smith is impressing me from a hustle standpoint.
Yeah.
And so did Dalen Terry tonight as well.
Yes.
There was a stretch where him and Jalen Smith both got offensive rebounds on the play. Where the Bulls just kept spamming threes. Like, I think Ayo took a bad three, Kobe took a bad three, and the Bulls got offensive rebounds off both of those situations. So we have a team that I've been calling fun bad, fun and mediocre, but we're gonna see how if they can keep it up, man. Because they blew the first game. This game they held on, and it took historic nights. Zach LaVine passed a 3-point margin. I mean, a 3-point milestone, and so did Kobe White. That's pretty cool to see from both of them. Go ahead, C-Dub.
I was just gonna say, man, Ayo Dosunmu better send Nikola Vucevic a dozen donuts in the morning, bro, for what he had.
My mama.
Hey, bro.
That was bogus, Ayo.
I'm not gonna lie. When he got dunked on like that within like 3 minutes of the first quarter, I'm like, oh, it's about to be a long night.
Man, Ayo bogus, bro. Don't do that again, Ayo.
Giannis, I would venture to say that Giannis bogus too, bro. That man missed 15 free throws? Like, he missed a lot of free throws tonight.
I mean, at this point, we just need to realize Giannis is never going to be a solid free throw shooter. He's never going to be a solid three.
Hey, he was hitting that jumper today. That was funny.
Right, he was hitting the mid-range jumper, but he couldn't hit his free throws, bro. At one point, I think he was 4 for 12 from the free throw line, and that was pretty much the difference in the game, was Giannis getting to the line and not converting. That allowed the Bulls to put some
8 for 16.
8 for 16 to finish. Crazy, bro. Crazy,
yeah, bro.
All right, so we'll get into the 2 games of the night. I want to start with this Phoenix Suns versus the Lakers, because the Pelicans and Trailblazers came down to the end, but the Phoenix Suns versus the Lakers. Phoenix jumped all over the Lakers to start this game, ended up being up 22 points. Up 22 points in the first half, and then you saw the Lakers just chip away. But my question to you guys is Anthony Davis on a mission? Because right now, he's not just on a mission to be the defensive player of the year. That's obvious. He already just said it publicly, like, hey, that block that he got on Rudy Gobert when he screamed like he listed Sparta, he's like, that's defensive player of the year type stuff. But if we get this type of Anthony Davis, where he's putting up above 30 points a game, plus all the rebounds, plus all the blocks, we might be seeing MVP at the end of the year if he can keep pace and stay healthy. How y'all feeling about Anthony Davis's start? It's only 2 games, but come on now, Anthony Davis, come on.
I think we also have to talk about the fact that JJ Redick, as a first-time head coach that's never coached before, has already settled into his rotation, picked his system, and the teams are the team is operating that system. You are seeing them finally operate through Anthony Davis. Now, that's not to say that it's for the whole game. We still got our stretch. Like LeBron James went on a run in this game where he scored 8 points in a row. He led an 8-0 run, but
11 in the third quarter.
They are literally building so much around Anthony Davis, and as long as he can stay healthy, you're absolutely right, Kev. We're not going to be talking about Defensive Player of the Year. We could be talking about MVP in this season,
and Defensive Player of the Year at the same time.
And we all knew this. Like, we all knew a healthy Anthony Davis top 3 player in the league. We all knew that. So to see him, like, yeah, he is on a mission because for once he looks healthy. He ain't moving around. Look, he's not moving gingerly. He actually out here looking like I'm coming to destroy. And to come in to give you 35, 8 and 4, 11 for 18 for shooting. Now he getting more efficient. Now he's settling in, and like you said, with JJ Redick is showing off that his IQ. I think I think we got to get credit to LeBron. I know this is gonna piss off Dub, but to really sit back and really lessen his role, and because I don't know if y'all saw the Netflix series, but last year it was a lot of you can't take me out or shit ain't gonna get done. If I don't do nothing, nothing's gonna get done, even with AD out here. I don't think if you see how they play right now, that's not the mindset of this current Lakers team no more.
So LeBron has been wanting AD to be the focal point since AD came to the team. Like that's been his goal, and it just hasn't really been able to happen except for the bubble year when he got back healthy after the shutdown and they were able to win that championship. But I also want to talk about JJ Redick's effect on the others. You alluded to it earlier, Hayes, but that boy Rui Hachimura is playing outside his body, and so is old funny haircut. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. White boy,
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves
balling right now.
He's killing right now, bro.
8 for 12,
killing. And right now the Lakers are playing defense, y'all. They always gonna out rebound teams. It's just how they built. They've been out rebounding teams even when they've been bad. But these guys are out there balling. Shout out to Anthony Davis for leading the way for the LA Lakers. It's been fun to see. I'm not going to front. 2-0 is not what I thought they would be after 2 games, opening up the season versus Minnesota and then following up with the Phoenix Suns, and they took care of business. Now, before we get to the game of the night, y'all, the Golden State Warriors, bro, I know they played 2 bad teams. They played the Portland Trail Blazers and they killed them, and they played the Utah Jazz and they killed them, and both of those teams are looking like they're going to be at the bottom of the Western Conference regardless. But to win 2 games by 35-plus points to start the season for the Golden State Warriors is crazy, but how they're doing it is even crazier. Steve Kerr has a 12-man rotation right now, fellas. A 12-man rotation where nobody's playing more than 25 minutes per game so far to start the season, and you got Buddy Hield coming off the bench hitting 7 and 8 threes. Buddy Hield is the only player in the NBA to hit more threes than Steph Curry for the last 5 or 6 seasons. Do we think that the Golden State Warriors are like somewhat maybe back with this depth that they have right now?
The Golden State Warriors are leading the league right now in points per game, rebounds per game, assists per game. They're second in the league in free throw shooting percentage. I get it. It's 2 games into the season. It's very, very early on. But then you also got to look at they're leading the league in steals per game. This is a team that's getting active. And we've seen teams that get active. I'm not saying that they're back to a championship contender or anything like that, but this is definitely a team that can contend for a play-in spot at the minimum in the West. And they're back to doing the things that we've saw them make them successful before, right? And yes, they faced the Portland Trail Blazers and the Utah Jazz. Not the best competition yet, but we'll know next week because they face the Clippers, the Pelicans. I can't remember who else next week. Yeah, they got some teams coming up. So this time next week, we'll know for sure if this is legit or not.
I say we know Sunday. They play. They play Clippers. I'm not budging. I'm not putting any stock into this. You play Trailblazers and Jazz. Trailblazers is gonna be buying for a top pick. Not Jazz might be 2. You're going up against Clippers, Pelicans back to back, and then you got Houston right after that.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what you're gonna do after that.
Yeah,
'Cause if you can run with those young boys in Houston, all right, that may change my perspective.
And then it really get dirty because then after that you got Wizards. That's your game to get right. Then you got Celtics, Cleveland, Thunder, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Clippers, Hawks,
And Dallas is
Woo.
in that. Yeah.
and Pelicans after that.
Woo-hoo. So we'll see
I
how they look
mean,
at by December. We'll know exactly what these guys are. Like middle November, we'll know exactly what these guys are.
oh, bro, go ahead.
No, you
He
good,
ain't got
bro.
nothing to say.
I thought you was
Yeah,
finna change the subject again.
No, I'm waiting on you. You had something to
Oh,
say. Go
okay.
ahead.
I agree with Steve-O. Most of these guys, bro, I don't know if you can trust them beyond these 2 wins. I'm just sorry.
For real.
Like, you gonna trust Buddy Hield? He's hot, but
I trust
okay.
Buddy Hill. That's the
All
one
right.
thing he does do is
What has he done in the past that made you
You gonna
trust Buddy
trust
Hield?
you gonna trust some motherfucker named Santos?
the one thing that Buddy
Listen.
Hill does is hit threes, bro.
The other thing he does is chew some shit. But other than that,
And then Draymond Green and his triple singles are getting smaller and smaller.
hey bro, hey bro. Hey, listen. Draymond's the definition of that motherfucker who's a manager at the job only because they've been there 20 years.
Bro.
That's Draymond at this point, bro.
He think he
This
gonna
motherfucker
retire
took
and
4
die.
shots, bro.
Oh.
He
He,
took 4 shots.
he was the old man. He think he gonna retire and die. Like that's why he ain't trying to give it up.
Bro, it used to be 6, 7, and 6. It's turning to 2, 4, and 3.
Draymond through 2 games has only taken 7 shots.
And that's all
This
he gonna
season.
do.
I can't have him on the floor, bro.
Hey,
What?
but how many screens has he set though?
Oh, he's the best
100.
screener in the world.
70. He averaged 78 screens a game.
Hey, all right. Anything else on the Golden State Warriors before we move on to the game of the night?
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
It'll be a long year, Steph.
Listen,
It's gonna be a long year.
the New Orleans Pelicans are off to a 2-0 start,
Yeah.
thanks in part to Brandon Ingram's game-winning turnaround midi to put the Portland Trail Blazers to bed, and they put up 30 points in the fourth quarter to win that game. They won 30-19 in that fourth quarter. Zion Williamson made his season debut today. He's on a minutes restriction, only 29 minutes played, 16 points. But he shot 14 free throws, y'all. 11 rebounds, 7 assists for this guy as well. And CJ McCollum played well as also. How we feeling about the way the Pelicans? Because I remember the playoffs. And Brandon Ingram had a chance to win against Oklahoma City. He had a chance to put at least force overtime. And what did he do? Did he even get the shot off? I don't even think he got the shot off. Is that what happened in the playoffs? I don't think Brandon Ingram even got the shot off.
All this to say this. It's amazing how motivated you could be in a contract year when everybody knows you're on the fucking trade block.
That's what I said when he played the Bulls.
The fact that it took 30 points in the fourth quarter to win against the Portland Trailblazers and beat them by 2. Are we really celebrating? Not us, like people, like Pelicans fans. Y'all really celebrating that?
I'm about to say y'all need.
I'm celebrating the way Zion blocked that shot though. Like
that was a nasty block.
That dude got up and just took it out the air.
That's
like
cool,
he didn't even smack it into the.
But the problem is that the same way he's grabbing beignets in New Orleans. So like, I mean, that's part of the problem.
Because at the end of the day, 4 from 15 is even nastier.
I mean, but you know, he you know how it is,
bro. All your big ass got to do is put a shoulder in some motherfucking chest and lay it up.
And he also got fouled a lot. He took 14 free throws.
That's nice.
Hey, but New Orleans got to found the player though. Jordan Hawkins, that little kid, he can shoot that basketball, bro. Jesus Christ, he don't miss, bro.
Yeah, and he a nice hold off for it because it's gonna be a minute till they get Dante back,
bro.
Lloyd been tweaking since the Bulls game. Y'all gotta leave.
Lloyd Dingle was like, "Oh, other people are awake."
Like Lloyd saying the quiet parts out loud, my boy. Keep your thoughts to yourself, my boy.
And they going Chinatown trying to get some action.
It's the middle of the night. But yeah, like it's quiet as it's kept though. New Orleans still won, I think, 49 games last season. And if they do get a healthy-ish Zion and a contractually motivated Brandon Ingram, they can find themselves in that same category where they win between 45 and 49, 50 games this season. And it's going to be fun to watch this team if they can keep it up. That's a big if, though. I just don't know. I don't know if they can do it, man. CJ McCollum is just up and down. We know what he brings. Brandon Ingram, maybe he falls off a cliff once he decides that he's not going to get traded, or if he does get traded, who knows what's going to happen with this team. But it was the closest game of the night. It was fun to watch the end of that game. That block that Zion had was pretty incredible. There's no taking those things away from those guys.
Brandon Ingram, Joe, is he gonna play well, but is it a selfish
It's
play
definitely
well?
selfish. Yes, it's
He
definitely
gonna be
selfish. Bro.
selfish player well, or he playing for his team though? You know what I'm saying? Which one is
Listen,
it gonna be?
Brandon Ingram has played shooting guard the last 2 years. He's done enough for this team. I'm not even mad at him being selfish. Get the fuck up out of there. I'm not even mad at that.
He gonna average 30 this year. I'm telling you right now.
He's going to
Not if
average 30
DeJounte comes
points.
back anytime soon. Have they
He
said how
out
long
for
DeJounte gonna be out?
4 to 6
Oh, they haven't.
weeks.
I ain't heard
4 to 6
6
weeks.
weeks. Wow,
Damn.
He fractured his hand.
Yeah.
damn.
I didn't even know that happened to him.
Oh yeah, that happened against
I
him in the
ain't.
Bulls game.
It was good. I just don't know when it happened.
Speaking of empty calories, Jerry and Grant had 34 points, or Jeremy Grant had 34 points in that game.
Jeremy Grant is
Who-
another
who-
player
who-
that's the definition of empty calories.
I'm
Put
about to
him
say,
in,
who-
put him and Trey Young on the same team. They'll get a lot of the goddamn numbers with no wins.
Who
They'll be
is
like,
this
hey
motherfucker?
man,
Who is this motherfucker in like the past of the NBA? Who is Jeremy Grant?
What do you mean?
What you mean?
Like who is he? Like what? Who can you
What's his
compare?
comp? His biggest old school comp? Ooh,
he's
dude
who
that
they
get
tried to
numbers?
make. He's who they try to make Melo seem like he was at the end of his career.
That's a compliment.
They
I
tried
can't
to
even
no,
give
they
him
tried,
that.
no,
I
they
ain't.
tried to make Melo seem like he was an empty calorie guy, and he wasn't. Melo was still out there being able to put up buckets. Jeremy,
Kevin
bro,
Martin?
No,
Nah.
Kevin
Kenyon Martin had a nice
No,
run.
not
Like
Kenyon.
this is
Kevin
the thing.
Martin.
No, I
Kevin
know you
Martin,
talking about Kevin.
Kevin Martin had a
Kevin,
had a,
no,
had a, had a
what you
run
talking
too.
about?
Yeah, he was cold.
Yeah.
Nah. That's
I'm
too
trying to
much of a
figure out
compliment.
Kevin
who put
Kevin
up
was
those
playing women.
numbers.
Jeremy Grant is Antonio Blakeney, but in the NBA. That's it.
So he got to go to the to the college
I
people.
was gonna say Corey McGetty.
Yeah, that's a good fucking comp.
I
Corey
like
Corey
McGetty is a good
McGetty,
fucking
yeah,
comp.
because he had his moments where he just put up a whole
Can
bunch
I-
of numbers for no reason.
Can I go far as Quinn Richardson? Is that too far?
But see,
Nah,
He
Q,
was a
he
role
wanted-
player though.
He was
Q-
a shooter.
yeah.
He was a
They
shooter.
tried to
He was
hype
a-
Corey McGetty up to be an
I go
actual
Corey
like
McGetty.
star, like the next best
You know-
thing, the next big thing.
the 20 point per game John Salmon season for the Chicago Bulls. It's Jeremy
There you
Jeremy
go.
Grant for his whole career.
There
His
you
whole
go.
career.
That makes sense. That's it right there, bro.
Oh
is it.
damn!
All right, fellas, man, this was dope. NBA Central after hours. You guys are going to be seeing us popping in and out as often as we can to do these late night conversations about all the games on the docket. It was a fun one. It was a fun night tonight, man. 10 games on the docket. And NBA League Pass is pretty much free for whoever got cable. You can just go ahead and watch it for the week. They do it every season. And it's cheaper now, y'all. I think it's like $110 for League
No,
Pass
they
now.
dropped it to like $85.
Yeah,
Now,
like
maybe that's the introductory price, but yeah, I got it for $85 for the year.
yeah. So for the whole year, I remember when League Pass was like $250.
$250, bro. I used to have to pay it in installments, my guy.
And then I started buying 2K just to get NBA, let's get League Pass. So it's lit. If you ain't got League Pass, man, you're missing out. It's fun to watch the games, to go back and rewatch the games. Of course, when you're watching your home teams. Man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. This was dope. Of course, tomorrow we got a big day. Right here. Not I guess we might do it over here, but we're doing it on Chi-Town Sports Central, where the Oregon Ducks versus the Fighting Illini. You got C-Dub and you got Steve-O Speaks. Steve-O Speaks is the Oregon Ducks fan. C-Dub is the Fighting Illini fan. They will be live calling that game on Chi-Town Sports Central. That's going to be fun. And then we got Chicago Bulls home opener versus the Oklahoma City Thunder over on the Shot Bulls podcast, and of course, all analysis on
What's
Chicago
wrong with
Bulls
you?
I
Central.
don't know why your ass looking like a
Why are you
disappointed
mad?
parent.
I'm not mad at all. I'm just like, you two niggas about to argue the whole fucking
They about to
show,
argue
bro.
the whole time, bro. I'm gonna be there too. I'm gonna pop in too after I get some Call of Duty in. Call of Duty.
I feel like it's gonna be a very quiet stream after the second quarter. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's
Oh,
funny. That's why you laughing.
Wait a second. If you think C Dub gonna be quiet just because they
Nope.
losing, bro, it's
He
not
is
gonna
not.
happen,
It's
bro.
not
Be a
gonna happen.
thrashing.
He know better than that, Drip. He know better than that. I don't even know why you said that. Should never say that.
He gonna spend 20 minutes talking about their weak ass uniforms.
Hey, bro, we gonna talk when that game start, man. Hey, can I ask y'all one question? Do you think Bronny coming off the bench in the G League, bro?
Nah, he's starting.
Okay.
He gonna
Yeah, they
walk
gonna
into
they gonna
the,
start him
I
in the
guarantee
G
he
League.
gonna walk
he
into the
gonna-
locker room like it's
I
me,
guarantee
Prince
you,
James, bitches.
he
It's
gonna-
Prince James. I'm in the
Nah,
building.
He gonna be 6 game. He gonna be 6 man of the year in the G League.
That nigga is starting, bro.
They might
He
as well
gonna-
bring Jello Ball back. Let him run with.
I'm telling you,
out there.
I ain't gonna
Bronny
lie, he gonna
James-
be better. He gonna
Bronny
be better.
James
He
is
gonna
gonna be
outshoot that nigga.
He gonna be making people carry his bags and everything. So he gonna be out there acting her ass in the G League.
No, he ain't.
You know who my
Prince
dad is.
James.
No, he ain't.
You know who my
Hey,
dad is.
I got my. Hey, I'm finna press the pin, but don't make me press
Bro,
the
they
pin.
gonna
But
make his life hell. He try something like that over
Don't
there.
make
Them
me
I
grown
can't
man.
wait. I can't
Hey.
wait till the Windy City Bulls face off against the Lakers in the G League, bro.
Oh.
Because Javon Freeman Liberty about to give Bronny that work.
and
No
he,
chance.
hey, they lucky that
he ain't gonna let him move.
Shanghai. They lucky that Lofton went to Shanghai.
DJ
me.
Stewart.
Oh, he finna give him that word too.
Cross his ass.
He finna. Hey, so we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Follow the rest of the Chi-Town Sports family, of course. Every Chicago team, just put a central behind it. We go holler at you guys next time. Peace.